Good day, class. Welcome to Playing Tricks in Mathematics. Today, we want to look at relationship between fractions, decimals, and percentages. In our previous videos, we have discussed a lot about fractions and decimals. The new term here now is percentage. That's the new term we're having today. We have explained that a fraction is a number that has a numerator and a denominator, e.g. 1 over 2, 2 over 3, 5 over 2, and many more. We have also explained that a decimal is a number that has a decimal point, like 3.25, 10.78, 0.0025, and many more. Now, percentage. Percentage has a symbol that looks like this. This is the symbol of percentage. So when you see this symbol, it is percentage. And what is the meaning of percentage? We can look at percentage in two ways. Percentage can be expressed as multiplying a given number by inverse of 100. You can define percentage like that. That is number times 1 over 100. For example, if I have 10%, it means 10 times 1 over 100. So this is 10 times 1, 10. 1 times 100. So 10% means 10 over 100. If I have 5%, it means 5 over 1 times 1 over 100. So 5 times 1, 5. 5 over 100. That is 5%. So what we're saying is that you can define a percentage as multiplying a given number by inverse of 100. 2. You can also explain percentage as dividing a particular number by 100. Let's say you have 20%. So percentage can be expressed as 20 divided by 100. 20 over 100. Let's say you have 50%. It can also be expressed as 50 divided by 100. So those are the two ways of expressing meaning of percentage. Let's see the real relationship between fractions, decimals, and percentages. Let's start with converting fractions to decimals. In this, we want to see how we can convert fractions to decimals. Let's look at examples to understand what we are saying. Let's say you have 3 over 5. 3 over 5 is a fraction. I want to convert it to decimal. What do? We start asking a question. How many 5 can we see in 3? It's not possible. Put 0 point. This 0 point will give us power to be able to add 0 to this. This will become 30. 5 and 30. 6. So 3 over 5 is 0.6 in decimal. Let's look at another one. Let's say you have 4 whole number 3 over 5. This is a mixed number and it's also one of types of fractions. The best way to do this one is to convert it from mixed number to an improper fraction. How do we do that? 4 times 5, 20 plus 3, 23 over 5. Then we'll now take this one to decimal. How many 5 can we see in 23? 4. What do we have left? 3. So 5 and 3 is not possible. Put point here. Then we'll add 0 to this. Then 5 in 30. That is 6. So 4 whole number 3 over 5 is the same thing as 4.6 in decimal. So that is how to convert fractions to decimal. Just follow these steps. Then you understand how to convert fractions to decimals. Now let's look at another relationship. Let's see how we can converting decimals to fractions. Let's look at examples to understand how to do that. Let's say you have 1, 0.5. This is a decimal. I want to convert it to a fraction. Now, in this, underline the number. Decimal point will become 1. Every other number after decimal point will become 0. So you now write it like this. Since we have used the decimal point, you can now write 0.5 over 10. So we have used this decimal point, so it has become 1. So you now have 0.05 over 10. This is the same thing as 5 over 10. Then you can divide to the lowest. 5 there, 1, 5 there, 2. So 0.5 is the same thing as 1 over 2. Let's look at another decimal. Let's say you have 2.5. The same way, you underline it. Point, I mean, this point, that's a decimal point, will be 1. Number after decimal point will be 0. So in this one, we now have 25/10. Then this is an improper fraction. Then we can start cutting to the lowest. 5 here, 5, 5 here, 2. So 2 in 5, 2. We have 1/2. So 2.5 is the same thing as 2 number 1/2 in fraction. That's how to convert decimals to fraction. Let's look at one more to boost our understanding. Let's say you have a decimal number 0.002. As usual, you underline it. The decimal point will be 1, 0, 0, 0. So what do we have? We have 0, 0, 2, no, 0, 2 over 1, 0, 0, 0. Alright, so 0 before number is useless. So this will be 2/1000. Right? So you can cut to the lowest. 2 here, 1, 2 here, 500. So therefore 0.002 is the same thing as 1/500. So these are the steps you can take to convert decimals to fractions in mathematics. Now let's look at another relationship. Converting percentages to fractions. How do you convert percentages to fractions? Let's look at examples to explain this concept. Let's say you have 45%. So this is, like I explained in the beginning, when we were talking about percentages. So 45% means 45 divided by 100, or 45 times 1/100. So what do we do now? It's already in fraction, then we'll cut to the lowest. 5 here, 9, 5 here, 20. So this is 9/20. So 45% is the same thing as what? 9/20. Let's look at another fraction to understand this concept. 7.5%. So the best way to do this is to first of all convert this one to an improper fraction. This is 7 times 2. I mean, this is 2 times 7, 14 plus 1, 15. So we have 15/2%. Alright, since we know that percent means divided by 100, we can now express it as 15/2 divided by 100, or 15/2 times 1/100. They both mean the same thing. So we now have 15 times 1, 15/200. Right? Then we can cut to the lowest. 5 here, 3, 5 and 20, 4. So we have 40. So therefore, 7.5% is the same thing as 3/40. Follow these steps properly, you'll be able to convert percentages to fractions easily. Now let's look at another relationship. Converting percentages to decimals. We want to see how we can convert percentages to decimal. Let's look at examples to clarify these concepts. Let's say you have 1. Let's say you have 25%, and you want to convert it to decimal. This is a percent. The first thing we do is to convert it from percentage to fraction, then from fraction to decimal. Let's go. So this will be 25/100. Since we know that percentage means divided by 100. So you can go to the lowest. 25 here 1, 25 here 4. So we now have 1/4. Then convert it from this fraction to decimal. How many 4 can we say in 1? It's not possible. We put 0 point. So because of this 0 point, you can add 0 to this. How many 4 can we say in 10? 2. What do you have left? 2. 4 in 2 is not possible. Because of this decimal point, you can add 0 to this. Then 4 in 25. So therefore, 25% is the same thing as 0.25 in decimal. Let's look at another example to get it clearer. 12%. The same way, you know that percentage means to divide by 100. So this is 12/100. Let's cut to the lowest. 4 here 3, 4 here 25. So we have 3/25. We start asking questions. How many 25 can we say in 3? It's not possible. We put 0 point. right? So we can add 0 to this. How many 25 can we see in 30? 1. What do we have left? We have 5 left. How many 25 can we see in 50? It's not possible. Because of these decimal points, we can add 0 to this. How many 25 can we see in 50? 2. So nothing is left. So that means 12% is the same thing as 0.12 in decimal. So follow all these steps. You'll be able to convert any percentage to decimals in mathematics. Let's look at another relationship. Converting fractions to percentages. This is another relationship between fractions, decimals, and percentages. We want to see how we can convert from fractions to percentages. Let's look at examples to understand the concept. Let's say you have 5/8. This is fraction. When you want to take a fraction to percentage, the best way to do it is to multiply the fraction by 100%. Don't forget, taking fraction to percentage means multiplying the fraction by 100%. So that's what we're going to do now. So this will be 5/8 times 100%, which is the same thing as 5/8 times 100/1%. Right? Let's see if there's anything that can cut 4 here to 4 here, 25. So now I have 25 times 5, 5 times 5, 25, right? 5, we keep 2, 5 times 2, 10, plus 2, we're keeping 12. So that is 125. So we now have 125/2. Let's use this 2 here, 6, 2 in 5, 2. What do we have left? 1. 2 in 1 is not possible. We'll put decimal point so that we can add 0 to this. 2 in 10, 5. So don't forget the percentage symbol. So that means 5/8 is the same thing as 62.5%. Let's look at one more example. Let's say you have 2/5. You want to convert it to percentage. The same way. This will be 2/5 times 100%. Alright? So this will be 2/5 times 100/1%. 5 here, 1. 5 here, 2. So we have 20 here. So what do we have left? We have 2/1 times 20/1. So this is 2 times 20, 40. 1 times 1, 1. So this is 40%. So therefore, 2/5 is the same thing as 40%. When you are converting from fraction to percentage, remember that you are going to multiply the fraction by 100%. So let's move to another relationship. Converting decimals to percentages. Just like we did when we were converting fractions to percentages. In converting decimals to percentages, we also need to multiply the decimal by 100%. Don't forget. Now, let's look at examples to understand what we are saying. Let's say we are asked to convert 0.7 to percentage. The first thing we do is to convert 0.7 to fraction. So that's the first step. This one will not be. This is 1, 0. So we have 7/10. So this is 7/10. Now, to convert it to percentage, now multiply it by 100%. Alright? Now multiply it by 100%. So this will now become 70. This will now become 7/10 times 100/1%. So 10 here, 1. So what do we have? We have 7 times 10%. So the answer is 70%. So therefore, 0.7 is the same thing as 70%. Let's look at another example. Let's say you have 0.42. You want to convert 0.42 to percentage, just like we did now. First of all, convert it to fraction. So this will be 0.42/100, which is the same thing as 42/100. Then we now multiply by 100%. So this will now be 42/100 times 100%. So this is 42/100 over 100 times 100 over 1%. So 100 will cut 100. So we have 42%. Therefore, 0.42 is the same thing as 42%. Let's look at one example more under this relationship. Let's say we have 0.005. We want to convert it to percentage. The first thing we do is to convert it to fraction. Let's convert it to fraction first. So this will be 0.1000, right? So it will now be 0.005 over 1,000. So which is 5 over 1,000. Then to convert it to percentage, you multiply by 100%. So this will now be 5 over 1,000 times 100%. So 0, this one will cut, this one will cut this. What do we have? We have 5 over 10%. So this is the same thing as 5 here 1, 5 here 2. 1 over 2%, and this is 2 in 1 is 1 plus 0 point, so 0.5%. So 0.005 is the same thing as 0.5%. So follow all these steps, you'll be able to convert decimals to percentages easily. Let's look at another concept under the relationship between fractions, decimals, and percentage, which is arranging combination of decimals, fractions, and percentages. Under this topic, we want to look at how we can arrange mixture of numbers that are fractions, decimals, and percentages. So when you're given set of numbers that contain decimal, fractions, and percentage, and you have to arrange them either in ascending order, that is from the smallest to the largest, or in descending order from the largest to the smallest. You should be able to do that. Let's look at one example to shed more light on this concept. Let's say you have a question that says, arrange this numbers in ascending and descending orders. We have 15 over 100, 0.17, 3 over 16, 15 over 5%, 0.152, and 1 over 6. You are asked to arrange this set of numbers that are mixture of or combination of fractions, decimals, and percentages in ascending and descending order. The easiest way to do it is to convert all of them to percentages. So from there, you can now arrange them according to the sizes. Now let's start. One, we look at 15 over 100. We want to convert it to percentage. That is 15 over 100 times 100%. So this is 15%. Let's look at 2, 0.17. So this will be 17 over 100 times 100%. We want to convert it to percentage. This is 17%. Number 3, 3 over 16. That is 3 over 16 times 100%. 4 here, 4. 4 here, 25. 3 times 25, that is 75 over 4%. So let's see. How many 4 can we see in 7? 1. Right? So what do you have? We have 3. This is 35. How many 4 can we see in 35? 8. That's 32. We have 3 left, right? How many 4 can we see in 3? It's not possible to put this decimal point. We have 0 to this. How many 4 can we see in 30? 7, that's 28. We have 2 left. Because of this, we can put 0 again. How many 4 can we see in 25? So this is 18.5%. 4. 15, we have 15.5%. So that is still 15.5% because we are converting to percentage. I don't need to convert that. So number 5, we have 0.152. That is 152 over 1, 123. Then to percentage, 100%. This one we call this one. So at the end of the day, we have 15.2%. 6, 1 over 6. So convert it to percentage, 1 over 6 times 100%. So this is 100 over 6%. How many 6 can we see in 10? 1. We have 4 left. This is 40. How many 6 can we see in 40? 6. That is 36, right? We have 4 left. right? So now put, how many 6 can we see in 4? 4. It's not possible. So we add 0 to this. How many 6 can we see in 40? That's 6. 4 again, 6. 4 again, 6. So to continue to, this is what we call recurring decimal. So these are the numbers in percentages. So let's arrange them in ascending order. That is from the smallest to the biggest. Which one is the smallest here? 15% to be the smallest. Let's look around again. We have 15. We have 15.2. 15.2% as the next. We are taking 15. 15.2. We also have 15.5%. We are taking this. We are taking this. We are taking this. Then we also have 16.666%. So we are taking this. We have 17. So the next one is 17%. And the next one is 18.75%. So to arrange it in ascending order. Now, which fraction has, which number has 15%? That's 15 over 100. So we'll write that one first. Now, 15.2. Which number has 15.2? That is 0.152. 15.5. Which number has 15? So that's already in percentage. 15.5%. Then 16.666. Which number has that? That is 1 over 6. Then 17. Which number? That's 0.17. Then 18.75. Which number has that? That is 3 over 16. So this is how to arrange them in ascending order. That is from the smallest to the biggest. Let's see how we can arrange them in descending order. In descending order, that is from the biggest to the smallest. The biggest is 18.75. Which number has 18.75? That is 3 over 16. We write that one first. So which number has 17? That is 0.17. Then 16.666. Which number has that one? 1 over 6. Then 15.5%. We already have that one. That's 15.5%. It has been given like that. Then which number has 15.2%? That is 0.152. Then which number has 15%? That is 15 over 100. So this is descending order. Thank you for watching and listening. Please do help to like this video and other videos on our channel. Make your comments. We'd like to have feedback from you. Help us to share this video and other videos on our channel, and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.